Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're doing somewhat, I guess you could call it farmyard maintenance. We have a little sort of garden here that needs tidying up. You can see that it's a bit fairly rough looking. There's a lot of long grass in it, there's a lot of trawlings in it, there's a lot of other stuff that we don't want in it, that we just need to go in with our international and topper and just top it up, just get rid of it and make it more tidy and more respectful looking. So that's what we're going to do today. We have our tractor and topper doing a bit of topping, and the same here with our little farm track. So this farm track goes all the way down and it brings you to the gate entrance to our silage field, but also it brings us to where our bullocks are as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of long grass growing. There's a lot of briars and stuff growing out from the fences. So going down here, when you're giving mail to them, to the bullocks, whether you're in a jeep or a car, the briars and the grass on the ground in the middle of the farm track is scraping off your car, your jeep and whatnot. So we do this every year, just go around and tidy things up, top whatever grass is in the middle of the farm track and try and tidy up along the fence as well. Now when it comes to the fence, what I might do is try and get up as close as I can with the topper, because obviously one side of the topper sticks out a bit. So I'll get as close as I can to the fence and the pillars, go on at a nice slow steady pace and a nice low steady gear as well, probably like a maybe low second or low third or something like that. And any bits that I cannot get with the topper, I can go over it again at some other point, at some other day, with a strimmer. So that is the plan. You can just see that the briars are just sticking out. Now I don't know if I would be able to get much of that stuff with the topper or not. We will soon find out. But just to give this little farm track a little top, and the verge a little top, and the little garden over there a little top as well, won't do any harm. Just to tidy things up, make things more respectful, and to keep it so that we can continue driving down with tractors, jeeps or whatever else we're going to be driving down with. So I'll hop up onto the international. I think we'd start off with the farm track, and once we do the farm track, a stretch up there, we'll do up around the verge there, and then we'll tackle into that then. But anyways, the tractor has plenty of diesel, it has plenty of engine oil, there's plenty of back end oil, and the topper is all greased and oiled up as well. So we're just ready to go topping, line myself up, turn the topper on, and away we go. that's the garden that's what we call it, the garden, and our farm track finished. The Old International done a mighty job. So I think we'll start off with the farm track, which is this here, because it was what I done first. So I done the bit of grass going down the middle of the farm track and the two sort of verges as well. So I think it came out fairly nice. I got up as close as I could with the topper, so the bit that's sticking out there. I done this bit along this side of the road when the topper was sticking out this way, so I backed the whole way down and drove up while topping this verge here, and while the tractor was swung around, so the nose of it was facing us here and the bit that was sticking out was facing out this way, I got up as close as I could in a low gear. I think it might have been low second. Got up as close as I could to the stakes, concrete stakes there, as I possibly could. Now it didn't top everything. It topped the long grass and that, but the briars. It finds it hard to cut the briars, and I went up and down here a good few times with the topper sort of lifted up to try and get as much of the briars as I possibly could, and with the topper on the ground. But as you can see, it is trimmed and tidied compared to what it was. Now we do have a strimmer and a hedge clippers, so that might help us. The strimmer could get like really down low and below the barbed wire within there and like clear this up more, get rid of all this barbed wire business that's going on here. And we have a hedge clippers as well, which might help us as well, but I didn't want to get the topper caught in the barbed wire, which you can see was hidden within all that sort of brush, and I didn't want to clip it in the concrete posts or stakes as well. So I tried to, I was in a very low gear, going really slow, keeping my eyes peeled for everything and all that. But this section here, you can see there was not a lot of briars or brush of that matter there, so it fairly cleans this section up, as you can see. But it's just the briars. It's hard to get at the briars because it's growing sort of tucked underneath the fence where the topper cannot reach. But I think maybe later on today or tomorrow or any other day that I am free, I'll just get out our strimmer and hedge clippers and just tidy this up a bit more. Sort of, the topper was more of a coarse trimmer and our strimmer would be more of a finer trim, getting right up and detailed with it with the strimmer, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you can see here, it's hard to see where you were going. You have the concrete post just within there and the wire. So I was in a low gear trying to get as close as I possibly could, but also not getting too close that I was going to do damage to the fence, the concrete post, or the topper itself. So there is that, and there's the bullocks happy out. Happy out. So that's the farm track finished, as you can see, looking very nice indeed. So then the last thing I done was the the garden, or the little wood area just above here. I would have liked it to maybe lower the topper a bit more and cut lower to the ground. But I might come back in a couple of weeks and I might lower the topper a notch or two, the skids on the topper, lower them a notch or two, and sort of maybe come around this and just cut it a little bit lower than what it's set to now, because at the moment the topper is set to the highest it can possibly go. So I might come around here again just to give it another run, and as people say, especially for the likes of rushes, leave it a couple of weeks and then go in the opposite direction to what you were topping at. So what I might do is that, come back in a couple of weeks time, lower down the topper a notch or two, and go around in the opposite direction to what I was going around. I was going around this way, So if I was doing it the second time, I'd have to go around that way, which is not a big deal. So even though this isn't a field that we're going to be using for grazing or anything of that importance, it's just nice to have it somewhat tidied up, because it was getting a bit carried away with long grass and long rushes. But it's nice and tidied up now, as well as the farm track itself. So yeah, and I think that's everything done. I don't think I'll get any clips of me strimming whatever I need to strim down here, because it's not going to be that much interesting. But I will come back either later today or some other day with the strimmer and just give that a strim the whole way down the path there. But farm track topped and tidied, garden topped and tidied. So that is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my merch, the link to that will be down in the description. And I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care.